This is Dark Souls, a game that you die and die and die and die and die until you give up. Unless you watch this video is gonna be your beacon of hope and guidance to survive the most unforgiving and brutal game in the gaming history. In this video, I'm gonna teach you how to survive, beat, and finish this game. So, let's go. First thing first, let's talk about classes. Which class to choose in Dark Souls Remastered? It totally depends on your playing style. If you prefer more defensive fighting style, choose Knight. It has a strong armor and a shield, and the most health out of all the classes. However, it does less damage and it's a bit slow. I recommend this class for new players. If you prefer a more aggressive fighting style, go with the Warrior. It has lower health and stamina compared to the Knight, but it can deal more damage. The Wanderer is a mixture between the Warrior and the Knight. It has less health than the other two, but it's more agile. If you like hit and run tactic, this is your class. If you want to be like a ninja, sneak up behind your enemy and deal a critical damage, choose Thief. If you are a player who wants to jump right into a battlefield with no strategy but dying or winning, the Bandit is for you. It has a good amount of health and the highest amount of stamina at the beginning, with good strength to deal heavy damage. If you like range combat and you like to use a bow, choose Hunter because it has a bow. If you like magic and range combat, choose Sorcerer. If you are into multiplayer and want to play the role of a supporter for your teammates, choose Cleric. Unlike Sorcerer, Cleric has more supportive spells. And if you like a mixture of magic and melee fight, choose Pyromancer. And if you have no idea which one to choose, simply choose Deprived. When you start your game, you find yourself in a cell with a dead body which has your key. Go toward the dead body, pick up the key and open that door. Here you will find some messages about how to play Dark Souls, which all of them are terrible and useless. Just ignore them. It just talks about very simple and basic things such as how to attack, how to defend, and etc. When you find a weapon and look at its information, you see a bunch of numbers with no explanation. Each weapon or shield you find has two parts, offensive part and defensive part. For swords and axes or any offensive weapons, look at the left part. For shields and any protective weapons, look at the right part. This is different type of damage, and this is the maximum damage it can deal. And here you can see bonus damage, which can be increased or decreased based on your stats and items you are using. On the other side, we have damage reduction. It shows the percentage of damage it can block, which means if your enemy deals 100 units of damage, you only receive 80 damage. And here you can see the minimum amount of stats you need in order to use this weapon. This one represents life of your weapon. If it reaches 0, your weapon breaks. After taking a long walk, you will see your first bonfire, which is totally useless. You can sit at it to save the game. And then go up the stairs and open that gate. New players simply go straight ahead, but don't. Just go back and look up. With a good angle you can see the first boss fight in this game, which is not going to happen here. Just come here and run toward that gate. Ignore this thick boss. Just run. You're not ready for it. The most important thing you need to know is every missed gate you find in this game is not gonna be a boss fight. This one is one of them. Just simply interact with it and pass through it. Go right, and on your left you will see two stairs. If you take the left stair, a rolling bar will come down and smash you. But you're not the only one who got smashed. You get smashed. The wall behind you also crumbles, which opens a way to see this dude with this incredibly beautiful destiny. This man or this knight is the
Regrettably,
one who
the
saved you
apple.
from that cell. Anyway, he gives you a
Oh,
Stus
you
flask.
this.
And this part I forgot to interact with him because he's gonna give me a key. Anyway, go back to the stairs on the right. If you go down, you will find your first bonfire. Now, if you die, you don't have to start from the beginning. Let's go back to that night. And as you can see, he is dead. But he left us a key that's gonna open a door. And as I said, after receiving the Stus flask, you need to talk to him again to receive the key. And here we're gonna for the first boss fight in this game. Don't worry, it's not gonna be very tough. Just pass through the mist and jump on the boss and boom! With one hit you simply could take 1/3 of its life. And the rest is simple. Just hit it, and hit it. The best strategy for this boss is get closer to the boss, hit it twice and retreat. And repeat. Otherwise the boss can easily smash you. Remember, hold your shield only when the boss is gonna attack. Otherwise, it might have an unpleasant effect on your stamina regeneration. And voila! Easy peasy. Now just go towards that gate and open it. Here you see a message that says go straight ahead. Don't. There are some valuable hidden items and places here which can be very useful. One of them is that small nest. What does it do? Let me explain. Every item you have in your inventory, you can drop it here. Quit the game, reopen the game, and when you reopen it, you can pick up something else. Here, I drop this pendant. And then walk away from the nest, quit the game, wait, continue, and you see nothing has changed. But when you go back to your item and pick it up, you find something else. You can do it with all the items you find in this game, and every time you receive different things based on the item you have dropped. Besides that, if you take this path, you can find a hidden item. I think it was Soul of an Undead. And that's it. Now you can go straight ahead and a cutscene happens, which I don't show you because I'm not gonna spoil it for you. And here we are. You officially finished the tutorial part. Here you find the first bonfire that can help you to level up. Let's search this area to find some items. Humanity. After souls, this is the most important item in this game. But this is not the only hidden item in this area. If you take this path, remember this part. Something very important is gonna happen in the future of this game. But for now, just turn left and you find nothing. But you need to keep going. And now you found something. And if you turn back, you'll find a big graveyard, which is gonna be a very tough place to continue. Just ignore it. Take these stairs and take this way instead. And you can find another item, which is also a lost undead. Now I think we have enough soul to level up, so go to your inventory, find the souls you have found and use them all of them. Now let me give you an explanation about levels and stats in Dark Souls. You are playing Dark Souls, you sit next to a bonfire, you click on level up and you see this. And you wonder, what is this? Let me explain. Vitality represents your health. and is the most important stat in this game. Atonement is for holding and carrying magic, miracles, and pyromancy spells. Endurance is the second most important stat in Dark Souls, which represents your stamina. And equip load. By increasing your equip load, you can carry heavier weapons and armors. Strength is for using heavy and strong but slow weapons, such as axes, hammers. Dexterity is for fast and precise weapons, such as katana, curved sword, and arrows. The rest is simple. Resistance is for protection against fire, poison, etc. Intelligence is for using magic, and faith is for using miracle. Okay, this part is not educational, but the first time I started this game, I was sure there's something special about this well, something hidden. So I decided to try it by doing this. And can you guess what I found inside the well? This message. Next to this area there is a graveyard full of perfect and great items. The problem is these skeletons, which are very tough at the beginning. So I strongly recommend you avoid any fight. Just run as fast as you can and pick up every item you can. Do not fight with these skeletons because they are extremely tough for you, and with 1 or 2 hits they can easily massacre you. There's also a big skeleton here, which is like a mini boss. And in order to survive, then just run as fast as you can. Wow. Anyway, but I strongly recommend you try to pick these items at the beginning of the game, because later when you get stronger you seriously don't need them. And let me give you a demonstration about the damage they can deal. With every hit I can deal only 10 units of damage, but they can easily take 20% of my life. I almost forgot to show you the most important hidden area in this part. Just take this path, go left. Here, you see a hole. Don't be afraid of it, just jump down and you will find a way. Pass through it and you will find 3 or 4 chests with very useful items. For boss fights, this part is gonna be very useful. If you want to work on miracles, this one is good for you. And when you are cursed in the process of playing this game, this item is gonna be your lifesaver. There's also a 4th chest, which has this item. What was it? Yes. In order to find mimics without getting into a fight, this item can be a huge help for you. And when you go down, run, because the skeletons army is gonna follow you. Okay, are you ready? Because we're going to officially start our journey. No more tutorial, no more preparation, just pure fighting and surviving. Here you will face bunch of enemies which are very easy, but I strongly recommend you do not underestimate them. In this area you will see that item on that bridge, and you might wonder, how can I get there? It's simple, by running and jumping. And yeah, jumping in Dark Souls is a pain in the neck, but this is the only way. This item is a ring of sacrifice. If you wear it and you die, you lose nothing, but the ring breaks. From this point, I strongly recommend you don't use this ring, because later you're gonna need it. So pick it up, but don't wear it until I tell you. When you enter this area on your left, you will find a big fat rat. If you have a rat phobia, Dark Souls is gonna be a big problem for you. Although, you need to know that by killing any rats you find in this game, there is a small chance, I think between 3% to 5%, that it drops a humanity. So kill any rat you find on your way. Okay, watch out because I'm gonna show you two hidden places. First time I played this game, I saw that item and I didn't know how to get there. And the answer was I simply needed to destroy these barrels and jump down to pick up this item, a large sword, which at the beginning of the game is very useful. Besides that, there's another hidden area which I'm sure you didn't see. Just walk back and turn right. Boom. Another hidden area. And I'm sure you have definitely missed it. Okay, now we're back to the first place. Here is a missed gate which has no boss fight behind it. But it has a hidden item. Another Soul of Undead. At the beginning of this game, it's very useful. Okay. This part was the part I gained a lot of respect for Dark Souls. This moment was the moment I said, man, this game is not an ordinary game. This game is a masterpiece. And here you will find other enemies. Just kill them. It's very easy. Kill them. When you get rid of all of them, just come here and you will find another bonfire. Just sit next to it and rest. Not gonna lie, first time I was playing Dark Souls, this type of enemy used to freak me out. But they are very easy. This shield and spear is just nothing. Just walk around them and the moment they attack, you can shove your sword into their back. Anyway, destroy these boxes to open your way toward the first Celestman you can find in this game. This dude. Interact with him,
you seem to have
talk to him,
you are I trade for
but this specific Celestman has some very valuable items. First, buy as many fire bombs as you can. This fire bomb in the future is gonna be very useful in a boss fight. So I'm gonna give all my souls to buy as many fire bombs as I can. I'm not sure if you realized it or not, but the first bonfire we sat at it, next to it, the Firelink Shrine, gave us 5 Estus flags. How to solve this issue? Well, remember the humanities we used to gather? This is where we need them. Open your inventory and use 2 humanity. And then rest at your bonfire. You will see an option, reverse hollowing. Click on it and click on yes. When you do it, you lose 1 humanity, but you restore your humanity. And now click on Kindle. It asks if you want to offer your humanity and you say yes, and boom, now you have 0 humanity, but you have 10 Estus flask, which is very good, very good. After lots of fighting, you get to this door, which is locked. You might wonder, how can you find the key? Simply go back to Ugly Celestman. By the way, always kill this dude before interacting it, because it's gonna attack you while you are talking with the Celestman. Okay, go back to the Celestman, interact with him, talk to him, choose purchase item, and click on this key icon. You find a resident key. Buy it. Yes, it's 1000 soul, but you need it to open that door. And when you have that key, you can open this door. And when you open this door, you can come here. You find nothing useful, but you're right. There is a chest here, which has an item that's gonna be very useful for upcoming boss fight. Golden Resin. This item adds lightning effect to your sword. See those enemies? At the beginning I used to hate them because they always could easily kill me. But then I realized, man, this is Dark Souls. Honor in this world is a joke. You must survive and win at any cost, even costing your honor. So we can use Firebomb to easily get rid of these bosses. I mean enemies. Okay, remember, when you take these stairs, you will find that mini boss. Don't, how can I say? Don't do it. Don't get close to it. That dude is not something you wanna, how can I say it politely. Don't interrupt you. Yeah. Instead go here, climb the ladders, and get rid of these idiots over here. And pick up that item. Obviously any blind person can see that trap up the stairs. And you need to be careful. The only way to trigger this trap is take a few steps, and when the explosive barrel starts rolling down, jump out of its way. And I strongly recommend you don't wear anything heavy, otherwise you will get squashed and smashed with that stupid skeleton. And here we are, the second boss fight. This boss fight is easy, but in comparison with the previous boss fight, it's a little bit, just a little harder. But before getting to fight, turn around and climb this ladder. You will see a bunch of skeletons up there. Get rid of them, because later they're gonna cause a lot of problems for you. After getting rid of those skeletons, go down and keep going. The boss we're gonna fight is up there. But first, go to your inventory, choose Gold Pine Resign, fulfill your health, because we're gonna go for boss fight, and get close to that tower. When you get close enough, this happens. Boom. Turn back and run towards that ladder. I repeat, don't engage with the boss. Just run towards that ladder and apply the lightning to your sword whenever you're good, and just ignore it. Just climb the ladder. The same scenario that happened in the previous boss fight is gonna repeat now. You're gonna go jump on the boss fight and boom, 460 pure damage. Now fighting. And as you can see, this boss weakness is lightning damage. And easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Yeah. We continue our journey until we reach this point. There is a very popular and famous knight here. Just talk to him.
Hello.
Because he's gonna be a huge help for us in the future boss fight. Just talk to him, and whatever he said, say yes. He will ask you another question and say yes again. And in the end, he will give you this item, which you can use to summon other players or other NPCs to help you and assist you in boss fights. Remember, when you see a very easy path in Dark Souls, definitely a trap and sometimes a big, just a moment, okay, it's coming, a big trap. Hey, I'm still alive, yeah. As I was saying, a big trap will definitely get you killed. Now there's a red dragon. You might say, okay, how am I supposed to pass this bridge? How can I cross it? Well, just by walking. The dragon only attacks you when you take your first step on the bridge, and when the dragon sits there, it won't attack you or incinerate you unless you pass, just a moment, you know what, unless you pass that column. Now, just take this stair and go down. Go straight ahead, not right. Go straight ahead, take the stairs down, and here you can see one of the beauty of Dark Souls. We took a long path, we bled, we killed, and in the end, we opened a shortcut to our previous bonfire. I love this part of Dark Souls. Now the big question is, how can we cross this bridge without being incinerated with that dragon? There are two ways, hard and long way, which I'm going to take first, and easy and short way. This way is hard and long. I'm not making any mistake. This way is the harder way and longest way. You have to deal and fight with so many enemies in a very unpleasant situations. And that's not it. There are bigger problems, in fact 3 bigger problems on the way. The problems I'm talking about are 3 big fat rats, which can deal poison damage. See, I'm getting poisoned. The moment this field is filled, I'm poisoned. Yeah. And for now, I can't do anything about it. In the future, I will tell you what you can do to survive poison damage. But for now, there's nothing we can do. Now let's take the short and easy way. I'm not making a mistake. The short way is actually the easiest way. In order to take the short way, you just need 1 minute of your time. Just cross the bridge and jump here. And of course, the dragon incinerates everyone on the bridge except you. And now, just wait. Just wait. When you wait long enough, the dragon jumps down, and here's your chance. Here's your chance to run toward that bonfire. At the moment you enter this area, you can rest assured because the dragon... Okay, I was wrong. I thought the moment you enter this area, the dragon flies away with no hesitation, but it seems it still can attack you, so watch out. But when you light this bonfire, I guarantee you that the dragon surely will fly away, and here you can see it. We continue our journey to face that thing, a mini boss, which is big and dangerous, and I strongly recommend you do not underestimate that thing. But you can underestimate these things and get easily smash them. But there is a trick. You can get rid of that boar. How? Let me show you. First, get rid of these enemies on your way. Take the stairs and go up. There are a bunch of soldiers there which you need to get rid of them first, otherwise they will definitely cause you a lot of trouble. After killing this area, go and pick that item. You will receive a skull. This skull attracts some types of enemies, and that boar is one of them. Just throw one of them down the bridge and another one here, and let the boar get close, and when it's in the right place, jump on its head and boom. And I'm not gonna lie, it's easier said than done, and I strongly recommend you to use lightning damage because this boss is kind of weak against lightning damage. Just look at this. Boom, 139, 238, and boom, easy peasy. Take the only available way, which is a dark place infested with so many of these. They are tough, but sometimes they can be noisy. But remember, pick this item, a mystery key, which can be used, which is going to be useful soon, not 10 hours later or 20 hours later. Soon you're gonna need it. And get rid of these, and don't forget that. How can you get it? Simple, just like an acrobat. Okay, not like this. Like a real acrobat, keep your balance and carefully walk on this to reach that large soul. Not too good, not too bad. Better than nothing. And here we see another beast wall, beast gate, fuzzy wall, I don't know. It's not a boss fight, that's the bottom line. And remember this place? Anyway, go left, and here there's an ambush. Someone is waiting there to attack you. Someone tough. Not this one, but this one. And it's not very tough. It's a little bit stronger than the previous enemies, but you can easily kill them if you're simply careful. And now go straight ahead. Don't repeat this mistake. I'm about to make a terrible mistake. I said, wait a minute, let's go left, open that gate, and open a shortcut, so I no longer have to take this long and dangerous path. And as you can see, I obviously made a terrible mistake. Anyway, run towards that lever and pull it. And now the gate is open. But at what cost? I'm gonna get a squash. Definitely I'm going to get a squash. And I'm out of a flask and I'm gonna die. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna die. And I die. Okay, good news is the gate is still open. Although I have to kill all these idiots again. But they aren't tough. I simply can easily squash them. I'm not gonna pick that item, but I will explain later what it does. For now, just let's stick to my previous path. As I said, when you get to this point, don't take the left side. Go straight ahead. You see a bunch of enemies which you can easily defeat them. And yeah, as I said, you can easily defeat them. Now, the big question is, which way should we take? The right way or the left way? The answer is the left way. You wonder why? We're about to find a bonfire beside one of the most important NPCs in the entire game. Are we ready to see him? First, light the bonfire and sit next to it. So when you die, you respawn at this point. Second, go down and meet and greet Andre, the blacksmith, the one who's gonna be a huge help on your journey. You can use him to reinforce your weapon, you reinforce your armor, and reinforce everything you want. Also, it can be a huge help for you to make boss soul weapons, which I will explain in the future, or you can simply watch my previous short videos. By the way, this bonfire is a very important bonfire, so I strongly recommend you to kindle it, so every time you sit next to it, you can receive 10 Estus flags. Now let me kindle it, and boom, now I have 10 Estus flags. Now take this way. See this building? It's gonna be the most fatal area in the entire Dark Souls. But for now, it's closed. Just come here and you see this onion head knight. Talk to him and go back.
Forgive me. I am Siegmeyer, quite honest.
Now let's go for a mini boss fight. Enter this cathedral and on your right you will see a big and chunky knight. But don't be afraid of him. It's very easy. Just drag him out of that place first, and always in a boss fight or a mini boss fight, let the boss attack first and then attack him. And never ever stand in front of your enemy. Always attack from the back or from the side. And always retreat when your health drops below 50%. Heal your health and then engage in fight. And voila, easy peasy. After defeating that mini boss, get back to that cathedral. On your right you will find that item, which is one of the most important items in this game. A Firekeeper's sword. Now, go right and you will see this elevator. Get in it. Don't worry, this is no trap. In fact, it's a surprise. Just wait for it. And does it look familiar? Wait for it. Yes, Firelink Shrine. We get back to the first place. Okay, to tell you the truth, I intentionally didn't mention a hidden area at the beginning of this video, which is these stairs. Go down on your left, you will find a firekeeper. Go and talk to her. She doesn't respond, but it doesn't matter. Choose reinforced Estus Falas. Ask if you want to give her the firekeeper sword. Say yes. And now your Estus Falas has been upgraded. Now let's go back to the Undead Parish. Go left and go up the stairs. You will see a bunch of enemies. Kill them. Here is the hardest part in this area. A huge wave of enemies attack. But the big pain in the neck is that sorcerer. Here I'm making a grave mistake. Don't use throwing knives. I strongly recommend you to use firebomb, which you can deal maximum damage to a huge army of enemies. Okay, despite the making that terrible mistake, I could somehow survive. Anyway, don't do what I just did. Use firebomb. Go left. You will find another corridor. Go straight ahead and get rid of that soldier. After defeating him, you will find a wooden door. Jump through it and break it down. Go up the stairs and you will find a golden knight in a cell. Talk to him and then he asks you to rescue him, open the door, and we use the mystery key we found before to free this knight. And for now nothing happens. Now let's prepare ourselves for a boss fight. Always before any boss fight, go to a blacksmith and reinforce your weapon and armor. But as you can see, I can't reinforce my claymore anymore because I don't have titanic shard. In order to solve this problem, simply purchase that item from Andre. And unfortunately we can't afford it, so we need to go and kill a bunch of enemies and gather some souls to reinforce my armor and weapons to increase my chance for incoming boss fight.
Don't get yourself killed.
Okay, I'm ready, but before I go for the boss fight, remember I told you to use firebomb in this area. This is what I'm talking about. See? Firebomb makes Dark Souls much more easier. The next boss fight we're going for is a little bit tough. However, if you follow my instruction, the boss fight is gonna be a piece of cake. First, be a human so you can't summon this knight. I don't know why, but I forgot its name. Solitaire or something else. And I strongly recommend you to summon an NPC or friend because you're gonna need it soon, and I will show you why. When you enter this area, a cutscene is triggered, which I'm not gonna show you because I don't want to spoil anything for you. And then you see this big flying thing with its big axe. Also, I recommend you to apply lightning to your sword because this boss is weak against lightning damage. And don't stand in front of it or behind it because it can kill you with its big axe and big tail. Always attack it from the side. Spoiler alert, this is not the only boss fight. There's a second one which is not going to wait for you to kill the first one. So I strongly recommend you to get rid of the first one as soon as possible because 2 boss fights is not good. See? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And the rest is simple. Enter this tower. There's a ladder inside. Climb the ladder and you will find a big bell at the top. And for now, the only thing you need to do is to ring the bell. Congratulations, you just finished 1/4 of Dark Souls. See, if you know what you need to do and where you should go, you can easily beat and finish this game. And you realize all those words you saw on social media and internet about Dark Souls is nothing but bullshit. And if you watch until this point, I really appreciate it. I'm not gonna ask you for donation. I'm not gonna ask you for like, share, or anything. If you gave me 40 minutes of your precious time to watch my video, all I can say is thank you and nothing else. So, thanks. Thanks a lot.